What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Another episode 5 of World Provinces. And I have changed a little bit of stuff around. Added in some more custom nations. Like, Grand Colombia, Peru, Bolivia Union. And then Scandinavia. But that's all I have done so far, and in this episode, I kind of want to do something special in China. So let's say that China, since, natural disasters and their economy just, can't take it after maybe so long, they finally just, they can't handle it anymore. And I guess I'll just start off with placing some custom nations that I've built in. Okay. So we'll place down some custom nations that I made in some parts of China. We're not gonna make them massive because I made quite a few of them. Trying to give India back the land, but I accidentally gave that other warlord. And then we even have, we'll just put these guys around the coastline, just all scattered around the nation. Democratic rebels, of course, we gotta put them in Hong Kong and Macau. And I guess even in Hubei Islands, in this area. We'll put them mostly around the coastline and around Beijing area. We're just gonna put them all scattered around. They're gonna be owning a lot of territory in this. Maybe a lot of sick. But I don't think that the Democratic Rebellion is gonna come up. And then let's get a few more nations in this. I don't know what this country is. I don't know. Okay, that's another Chinese warlord as well. Yeah, we're putting them in Tibet right now. But I didn't. I want to kind of put them over here in this area. Right next to this other warlord. And over here in this area, and I've even got, I'll find it. Okay, let me see what this one is. That's my kingdom. So let's grab, not that one, let's see what this one is. Manchuki. Manchukuo. Let's put them in here. As well. China's probably, and guys, I don't know how long this conflict's gonna go on for. Maybe a few episodes, maybe 2, maybe even 1. Okay, I found another warlord. I want to put those guys right here in between. is like the farmers coalition. And the communists are still gonna be around, guys. And they're gonna be trying to put down all these warlords and rebels. These are just some of the powerful guys. Alright, let's put this one in. I'm just gonna put them. We're just gonna cram everybody in here. And guys, if this really happened, it would be really confusing because there would be communist Republic of China troops in all of these rebel groups, so a lot of them would end up failing. And now I have maybe 2 more in here. Tibet. We're gonna go here. Okay, and then I've got maybe 2 more, I think. And then, guys, of course, all this land over here, the Chinese would just basically want to be able to defend it. They would be weak, and like nations like Turkmenistan, maybe Russia would steal some land there too. India would steal some land in there and support Tibet's independence, and the Dalai Lama would go back to Tibet, and it would be supported. Since China basically pulled their troops out of that territory, try to pull all their other troops in here to fight the mess. They've got all these territories in here. Democratic rebels everywhere. And I think that Taiwan would definitely be supporting these democratic rebels and would be annexing some of them too, like Cuba. I think they would be annexing even some of these rebels, like Hong Kong, Macau, all the provinces again in there. They would be annexing them into their regime. China would try and get into skirmishes with Taiwan, but wouldn't have the troops. Would only have like a few 100,000 troops that they can dispatch to take care of the few 100,000. They would basically fail and wouldn't get anywhere. They would end up taking out these democratic rebels group right here, and then in this area these democratic rebels would move up here to join this other area, and then they would take these lands. Basically, I'm just gonna leave it off here, and I might create some other states that pop out too. And even, guys, I could, just for the joke, even put in my own nation that I made for China. China. We could put our nation, our little nation over here. Lathrixian Dynasty of China. Just for some memes, guys. I don't know, maybe you guys want me to maybe I made this nation before I did this is what I made this nation, and I thought it would be a good idea to do the warlord thing, because China collapses and they try to maintain this small area over here of control, the old government basically. I wonder how you change. I need to know how to change the color of some nations. Manchukuo would definitely get independence. Tibet would get independence. Daoyo, Dynasty Warlord would probably get would probably be fighting to unite. Would fight these two, its neighbors, and maybe even if you guys want, we can get India moving in there, or Vietnam, or maybe we can get another war going on in this area. You know what, guys? Let's have another war happen in Europe. Spain and France and the United Kingdom and Italy and the Netherlands, all in the European Union, guys. I made the European Union. So they unite just to benefit their nations. They unite to benefit their nations. I think this is the European Union. Sorry for these flags. I'm not very good with flags, guys. I didn't know what to make flags. There's not really that many flag designs in this game. So I think the European Union would be pretty powerful if it in this world. There would only be like a few nations, because Europe basically just becomes chaos and then it becomes peaceful again. What's left of the European Union is just a few nations. That decide to unite to benefit their nations. And it goes pretty well. Their languages start colliding with each other. And let's have another war happen between Turkey and other nations. And our media declares war on Turkey with the support of Greece. And Egypt also fights within the war, taking a little bit of territory. Mainly just the Greeks, annexing the rest of Turkey. In this timeline, guys, I would think that with Greece controlling basically the Mediterranean, they're not allied with the European Union. Okay, guys, so this is the Greek alliance. It's Greece, Egypt, Armenia, Albania, and Croatia, as long with the Lathrax Empire, Chad, Niger, Mali, just basically everything on the Mediterranean. But the European Union. The European Union is allies with Germany, Poland, Estonia, and Scandinavia. And Russia's basically by themselves right now. You know what, guys? I think we should create an alliance. Like, Russia should find itself an ally. Not, like, super powerful, but India. I think India, Oman, Tibet, Mongolia, and Russia are all going to be allies. Like, that's decent, because they see the rapid... Maybe they can become allies because of the rapid expansion of Turkmenistan, which is probably pretty powerful at this point. Maybe it would be probably equal in power to, equal in power to India by itself, and equal to power by Russia's by itself. But these nations combined can protect all of each other, so it would basically benefit all of them, just to keep them all safe. And Turkmenistan also is allies with Iraq and Armenia as well, and it's in pretty good relationships with Greece's alliance. It's basically they're friendly with the West, but with Russia and India's alliance. Guys, I would say that Mongolia would probably be like either a puppet or just would be a friend, and Tibet would be like a puppet state, or be semi-autonomy, like would be controlled by India. Like Indian troops would be occupying the country, but they would be independent, maybe just like semi-independent. That's probably how they got independent, because they really wouldn't have the power to get independence from China. But now they were one of the last of the warlords to break out. I don't know. Should I do something with China, guys? Like a Chinese empire or something like that? I might. You know what, guys? Let's do it. Japan decides that they want to go to war. They go to war with Russia, and Russia doesn't really have enough naval dominance to stop them from taking all these islands. And takes, I don't know what this is. I'm pretty sure it's called Kamchatka. This part right here, Kamchatka, maybe. And they might even take some other Pacific islands. Let's find them some islands that they can take. Out here in the Pacific. Let's give them a few islands. If you guys are enjoying this series, leave a like, because it shows me that you guys are really enjoying the series. If you can get 3 likes on this video, then I will upload another video today. Okay, that's pretty good. And we might as well create another alliance between expand Vietnam and Thailand and Indonesia are all allies, and they should bring in Philippines, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and I guess they should bring in maybe Dong Yao Dynasty Warlord. We're not really gonna do anything because this fight's gonna be basically a stalemate, and they might switch territories every once in a while, just control some new territories. They're all fighting each other, by the way, guys. Do they control Beijing. Yes, they control Beijing. Did I just say Beijing? I mean Beijing, guys. And the new Xia dynasty warlord would basically be fighting mainly just China. I guess we should create like alliances between the warlords, like Manchukuo and the Democratic Rebels, and or we should get Manchukuo not wanting Democratic Rebels to take over their nation, like, because Democratic Rebels are basically like Manchukuo has troops and claims these lands here, so starts fighting the Democratic Rebels, and since Manchukuo has more troops focusing on them, they take these provinces, and then Democratic Rebels don't really have anything to focus on. Democratic Rebels start spreading out, and more of them rebel across the warlords, people that want democracy, and in the communist push, they make a massive assault across here, all like this, but then they have to send back troops to take care of the Democratic Rebels, and then accidentally pull off all their troops on the border with New Xia, because New Xia basically doesn't really have that many troops on their border with them, so end up occupying a crap ton of land from communist China. Not like a ton of land, because we don't want any of these warlords to get too powerful. And China's like really weak at this point, really super weak. They're like all spread out, and like people think it might take a long time for China to unite again. We're just trying to make China very messy, guys, like messy. Let's make some encirclements as well, guys. We're just gonna place, like, basically just, like, pockets of troops with communist China, just, like, a big pocket of troops right here, in the middle of China. And China's just trying to get troops up here, because they don't really have troops near Beijing. And the closest troops they have near Beijing are right there, and Beijing's here. They have troops. They have a pocket of maybe like 50,000 troops right there. So it's basically a really big mess. And in this mess, let's say that Korea, we gotta make a custom nation for them. Korea decides they want. And the mess, they decide they just want to take a few provinces, and just like basically take a few provinces from their neighbor, which they couldn't really do anything because they didn't have troops on the border with them. Okay guys, so that's all we're going to do in China right now. Let's go do something anywhere else. Do you guys want to get rid of Mexico, or do you want them to like maybe end up like uniting Central America? And guys, let's just say that this is developing fast, and Canada's getting anxious about getting it back, because America has gotten this area really rich, and America doesn't really want to give it up, but it's been 50 years since what am I doing? I'm just saying, Canada give this to the United States so they can develop it and just make a lot of money off of it. America gives it back to Canada, since they've made their money worth of it. And it's super well developed now at this point. And America even keeps Vancouver Island. They didn't really want it back because Vancouver wasn't really. They traded Vancouver for all this land, basically. And guys, we should make some other land trades, like maybe the United States takes the Great Lakes. Trades the Great Lakes. So Canada can have the rest of the passage. So they take Greenland and Alaska. And now in the Arctic, Canada has a big presence in the Arctic now because they have really developed this area. Really developed it. The United States really developed it, and basically, like let's say that maybe the population of Canada without this territory was maybe 100 million, but with this new additional territory is now around 200 million. So it's around similar, but also with the loss of this land as well, and the Great Lakes. So now they have the Great Lakes. I know this episode was a bit longer, but I just wanted to get it out to you guys and make a bit of a longer episode just because some of the other ones were a bit shorter. Let's just say, guys, that like North America is really peaceful right now. It is really prospering. Maybe Central America wants to unite. So Mexico makes a pact with its neighbors of Guatemala and El Salvador, and all three of these nations unite and make Central America united. They all speak the same language. The main language is Spanish. Actually, 95% of the people in this nation are going to speak Spanish because it makes sense, because this was mostly Spanish colonies. And that other 5% is going to be French and English, and maybe some other minor languages. I know, guys, this is kind of border gore, but I can't really do anything about this. This is a glitch in the game, and it kind of sucks. And maybe the creators of the game can fix that. It would be amazing if they could. And guys, I am going to end this episode here now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like. If we can get 3 likes on this episode, I will post another video today. Peace.